He travels and works around the world and gets a new life experience. His profession gives him an opportunity to learn another culture and to work with people from different countries. He found himself in the big world of business and believes it is the most fantastic thing. This is passion for him, and he urges everyone to follow their passion. He is serious about his business and probably works more than would like to admit. Meet the general manager of one of the most reputable hotels in Astana, Mr. Luciano Sozzo.
The key of the success is, for me, it's commitment, responsibility, but on top of that is passion. Passion for me, it's the energy for every day. If you don't have such kind of passion for what you wanted to do, you're not feeling, you're not able to start every morning, and to come to work, because sometimes it's normal, it's quiet, and so on. It's quite a normal job. But sometimes you know when you start, but you don't know when you finish. It's quite long, and you should be ready always in any kind of moment. I'm Mediterranean people, really, and then even if I'm not looking very Mediterranean, but from the south of Italy. And then for us, to have a passion in what we are doing, it's very, very important. I'm like this, I put passion in everything that I do, and then in everything that I'm interested to have, in everything that I'm interested to get. This is my way. This is my way. In our job, every day is really different than the day before, and every moment can be different from previous moment. It feels really true. We are like on the stage, where we have in fact, in this case, 187 wards different, because we have 187 rooms, and we have to be ready for any kind of situation in any kind of moment. And then after long experience, you get inside of you some experience just to be ready for such inconvenience or for such kind of moment. But believe me, I cannot say that I can write a book, but I can write a small book, yes, for sure, with a lot of experience. And it's also nice to see how people react, how people live when they are out of the place, of the original house, and so on. It's very, very interesting.
The hotel, managed by Luciano Sozzo, received the most votes from tourism professionals around the world. It was awarded the title Leading Hotel of Kazakhstan at the ceremony of World Travel Awards 2014, held in New Delhi, India. But it doesn't give him the right to relax, says Mr. Sozzo. It is important to address issues with great attention, no matter what.
For me, I think you cannot stop from the top, because you risk to lose the lowest part. That is very, very important if you want to know really how the hotel, or in any kind of activity. I don't want to always to talk about the hotel, but I think it's important to know from the bottom, how is it working, how is moving this car, because otherwise you cannot drive the car in the right way. Yes. I was born in Lecce. Lecce is in Italy, is in Salento, is the last part of the hill of the boots, because Italy is like boots. It's a really great place to live, because the quality of life is very high. The weather, people, food, beautiful sea, beautiful beach, beautiful life, really beautiful, sweet life, really beautiful, sweet life. And about when I was a child, I started to work when I was around 10 or 11 years, yes. I was a helper in a barber shop in my small village, in my small place. And then I think this experience gave me a very strong I would say a very strong impact for how to become adult, how to become a teenager, and so on, because this place, this kind of job, that I started very early, impact me on my personality very, very, very strong. When I was growing up, my dream about in Italy, you should decide to go to the school. It's a different kind of system school, In Italy, there is elementary school from 5 to 10 years, almost like this. And after there is a school from 10 to 13 years old. And then after 13 years old, you should decide what you think to do in the life. This is very not so great because 13 years you cannot decide what you want to do for your future life. And then I remember that I decided, because it was influence, I got influence from my friends, from my people close to me. I decided to do another kind of school, much more technical issues, such kind of things. But I remember that one day I spoke with one person, a bit more older than me, and then he explained me about hotel school, And then I was attracted about this school. And then I started to go to school. And my dream from when I was a child, when I was young, of course, to become and to do what I'm doing now, to be general manager for such kind of five-star hotels. I'm working in this field already almost 34, 35 years. I'm quite long experience in different positions, in different roles, and so on. And I have to say thank you that I found my way when I was already young, and I'm continuing to do. I hope to do for a long time.
The hotel is a theater of some kind. The audience, hotel guests, who watch the performance of the actors and assess their skills and talent. And the actors, it is the whole staff. Luciano Sozzo is sure that for this theater to be sold out, you need to work very hard.
The most difficult thing is to manage the people. Because, you have to impact any kind of request also for your staff, because we are not here only to manage client or to guest to welcome client, but we are also here to manage, and the people in hospitality is the most important resource, because otherwise without people you can build the most beautiful place in the world, but if you have a bad service or if you have a bad attitude inside, it's the worst place in the world. This is it's important. You can make a tent in desert, but if you have a nice service, maybe you will be successful. Otherwise, you can make a building in Manhattan, but if inside you have, rude people, not welcome people, you will be empty and so on. The most difficult part in our job, I think, is just to manage and to follow our staff. We don't like to call our staff, because my approach is always to work with my colleague. We are a team that we manage one company. We have to manage it together. Of course, in any kind of company, there is someone should take some decision when there is a moment to take some decision. It is the responsibility. But to manage is a sort of team to manage. For me, it's very, very important team than to individual approach or individual, management. Impact. Team is the most important thing.
In the service sector, it should be understood that the staff, it is the soul of the hotel. In this case, it is important to attract people who are willing to learn and to be faithful to the cause. And to manage them, you need to be sensitive as a person. It all comes with experience, says Mr. Sozzo.
We are looking always to find people that are ready to do such kind of job, because they believe that this is it's not successful, it's not good for life, and so it's not a good place to build a career or to build a future. But this is not true, for example, because in Europe a lot of people work and believe in such kind and make hospitality. This is very important. Make hospitality in such kind of field, in hospitality management. What I feel in Kazakhstan, but also I've just come from Ukraine. Before Kazakhstan, I was in Ukraine for 2 years. People that work in hospitality, this is just for small part of their life, 1-2 years, just to look to find another place, because they think that hospitality is not something that give you a value or don't give you a right prestigious or such kind of things. But this is not true, because this is, I think, to be hospitable is the most important thing for any kind of person, you know? And to be owner in hotel, as you are owner of your house and you welcome your guest as you welcome your customer, I think this is really, really important. This is, I think, this is fundamental. I don't know if one very famous person, I forget the name now, he said that we are ladies and gentlemen, that we serve ladies and gentlemen. This is true. This is true. We are not different. We are not in another level. We are not up or down. We are like in another kind of place, you know. We are ladies and gentlemen, that we serve ladies and gentlemen. This is our job. And we have to do on the best way as possible, because to make hospitality is the most important thing. This is make the difference. The place makes the difference, but the service and then how you welcome your guests, how you treat your guests, this is making the difference.
Of course, when Luciano Sozzo first arrived to Kazakhstan, he immediately noticed the hospitality of Kazakhstan. For him, it is easy to work in such an atmosphere. Luciano was invited to take the position of general manager in Astana. He accepted the invitation with pleasure. In fact, it is a new opportunity, a new country, a new team and new guests.
In Astana was my first day. I didn't come before, you know, to see the place or to check the place. I was just arrived and then started to work. And then I remember very well when I was in the night, at 3 o'clock in the night, I was driving with the driver through airport to the city, and then I started to see these very nice skyscrapers. I was really shocked, you know, because I said, wow, you know, it looks like Dubai, it looks like New York or Manhattan. About Kazakhstan, no, I didn't. It is a country that is growing fast, with a lot of opportunity, and this is true. There are a lot of opportunity in Kazakhstan, with a very good, president, and this is really good, because I think Kazakhstan should say thank you to their president, because it really drive the country in the right way. First of all, I survived for my first winter in Astana, because when I just arrived in Astana in last April, March, everybody said, it will be your first winter in Astana, you will not survive. And I was really scared about this, you know, because everybody say to me such kind of situation. And I was really a bit afraid, you know, in a funny way. Now nobody say anything because I already survived after 1 year winter in Kazakhstan. That, believe me, I was really unexpected to see such kind of scenarios and so on. But okay, I'm still here.
Luciano Sozzo is an optimist, and all because he simply doesn't have time and opportunity to think about the bad things. He advises to record and evaluate your actions and their impact on other people. He admits that you have to draw conclusions from mistakes, move on and think about the next steps. And yet, success, according to Mr. Sozzo, is difficult to achieve alone.
My approach is to be very open, friendly and communicative, talkative and so on. You know, it's not like I'm the boss, you must to do. No, you have to do this for this, or you have other suggestions, because maybe you are on the field, you know, and then I cannot know all the details of the situation. Please, no, we can try to find a common solution, you know, for the good things of the company. You know, this is very important. But I think if you can, especially with your staff, with your people, if you can talk really clearly and honestly, and then people feel that, and then they can follow, you don't have any problem, you know. To be leader is not just to say you must to do, but we can do like this. I think this is the leadership. Now this is the leadership around the world.